Hello, hi, it's Wednesday the 6th of January. It's Epiphany today. I'm sure many of you know my wife for years was a science teacher, and she was always rabbiting on about a hero, Isaac Newton. I wish I had a penny for each time I've heard her wax lyrical about Newton's 3 laws of motion. In fact, on Sunday here outside the rectory, I had a great big pallet that I was wanting to move. It was bigger than the car, but I was fastening it onto the roof rack, saying, do you think that'll stay still? And again, she was going on about Newton's first law: a body at rest remains at rest, and a body in motion remains in motion unless they're acted upon by an external force. In other words, she said something that's still likes to stay still, and something that's moving likes to keep moving. Don't know whether the thing would stay on the roof rack or not. Anyway, it did once I'd put 4 lashing elastics on to hold it still. So I believe Jill, and when she says things, she said, you can test it. She says you can test it out with a tablecloth on a table with some crockery and china, cups and plates. In fact, she was saying, why not do it on your video? Pull the cloth out and they'll stay still. The cups will stay still because that's what they like to do. Well, today's anyway, I didn't do it. I might have a go later. Today's reading about the wise men visiting Jesus. Well, what is it that makes them wise? Well, they were scientists or astronomers. We know for definite that what they did, they studied the heavens and they'd seen a star and they knew that it was proclaiming the birth of the Saviour, Jesus' birth. And they were also, and perhaps more importantly, they were men of faith. They understood the meaning of the star. They knew the scriptures. They knew that Bethlehem was going to be the birthplace of the Saviour. And they had faith to follow the star that would lead them to Jesus. But like us, well, they weren't wise all of the time, because although they had the courage to follow their convictions all the way from the east, just as their journey was nearly over, well, they seemed to lose their nerve. Instead of going to Bethlehem, they went to Herod's palace in Jerusalem because they thought, well, surely the palace, that's where the king will be born. They lost their nerve, but they soon realised their mistake in a dream, and they got back on track and they found Jesus. I think the wise men are important because they provide a little epiphany for us, a revelation for us into the nature of God's dealing with his people. God takes our understanding, our skills, our faith, and shows us how to use them for him. He leads us on a journey to meet him personally and to know him better. And sometimes we lose our nerve. We stop trusting for a while, or we wander away. But the good news is that God will always get us back on track and draw us even closer to him when we reach out to him. So may that be our experience. May that be our encouragement as we journey through this year 2021 together. Bye for now.